Shalawam, giving all praises to the Heavenly Father Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four corners of the earth. This video is just going to be diving into reincarnation or regeneration, which is 100% biblical, and it is vital to understand in order to fully grasp the narrative of the Bible and prophecy. Modern day Christianity has sort of put a bad rap on reincarnation and has associated it with paganism. But reincarnation is not a pagan concept, it is biblical. Though the word reincarnation may not be directly in the Bible, its concept is suggested plenty of times throughout the volume of the book. Many people believe that after you die, you either go up to heaven to float around in the clouds for all of eternity, or you either go below the ground to burn and be tortured for all of eternity. But that is not biblical. When you die, your body goes back into the ground and your spirit returns to the Heavenly Father. There, in the spiritual realm, you will receive your judgment, where you will return back to the earth through the loins of your descendants or through someone in your family to play out your judgment. And we're going to prove that here in the scriptures, Lord willing. So starting off here in Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 7, it reads, "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return to Yahweh who gave it." So everyone who dies, whether wicked or good, their body returns to the ground of which it was made, and their spirit returns to the Lord to be at rest. This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and 9. "The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, See, this is new? It hath been already of old time, which was before us." So there is nothing new under the sun, and that phrase is even used commonly in the world. And the reason there is nothing new under the sun is because it's the same exact people coming back and doing the same exact things they did in their previous lives. They are essentially fulfilling their lot, and that is why history repeats itself. Verse 11 reads, "There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come, with those that shall come after." And this verse explains why we don't remember our past lives. Now, one of the main ways the Lord uses reincarnation is for judgment. There are many people who have lived wicked lives and have died at peace and of old age. It may appear that they have completely gotten away with what they've done, but they certainly have not. This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 15. "That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And Yahweh requireth that which is past. And moreover I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there." So here verse 15 is letting you know that the Lord does require that which is past. And verse 16 is letting you know that the place of judgment is under the sun, which is where? The earth. This is the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 14 and verse 35. "For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared." So clearly after you die, you do not go to either heaven or hell for the rest of eternity. You are to live again after you receive your judgment. And many people also have the wrong understanding of what heaven and hell are. Heaven is essentially a spiritual realm where the Heavenly Father dwells, and is where all the spirits return after death takes place on the earth. Heaven could also be defined as a high estate or condition of living while living on the earth. Hell is essentially defined as the grave, and it could also be defined as a low estate or condition while living on the earth. But all spirits after you die return back to the Lord, where they receive their judgment and eventually return to the earth to play out that judgment. This is the book of Numbers chapter 14 and 18. "The Lord Yahweh is long-suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation." So children do receive judgment according to the sins of their forefathers, and that is essentially because they were their forefathers. This is the book of Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, Amen." This is speaking of the return of Yahweh Shai. And here it's letting you know that every eye is going to see him, even those which pierced him. Now we know Yahushua was crucified over 2,000 years ago, so how will those who pierced him be able to witness this return? It will be through reincarnation. Many of the people who were on the scene while Yahushua was on the scene are back here today, and some have not even been judged yet for what they did back then, but they will receive it in this lifetime. Now the Lord also utilizes reincarnation for blessings and rewards. This is the book of Matthew chapter 19 and verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Now, as we know, the kingdom of heaven will be here on the earth, and these apostles never witnessed that kingdom of heaven. Instead, a lot of them died terrible deaths as martyrs. So how then would they sit upon these 12 thrones? Well, it says it here in this verse, through regeneration, also known as reincarnation, reincarnated back into the world where then they would receive this blessing. This is the book of Mark, chapter 9 and verse 1. And he said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that there be some of them that stand here, which shall not taste of death, till they have seen the kingdom of Yahweh come with power. Now we know everyone from this time period died in the flesh, so how then would they not taste of death until they have seen the kingdom of Yahweh come with power? Well, that would be through regeneration or reincarnation, in which they would experience this prophecy in this lifetime. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. As I stated earlier, the reason history repeats itself is because it's the same people coming back and fulfilling the same lot that they had in a previous lifetime. Here in this verse is letting you know that the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Though we don't know exactly who everyone on the earth today are, we do know that some, if not most, of the people spoken of in the Bible are back here on the earth today. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 10 and verse 11. And he said unto me, Thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. This verse is speaking of the Apostle John while he was on the island of Patmos. Now we know that John was of old age when he received this vision on the island of Patmos, and there is no historical accounts of him ever leaving the island of Patmos before he died. So how then would he prophesy again before many peoples, nations, and tongues, unless his spirit was reincarnated back into the flesh? This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and 13. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days. So here, the Lord told Daniel that he would rest, meaning he would die in the flesh, and then stand in his lot at the end of the days. We know that the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets, so this is a clear indicator that the prophet Daniel would be back in the end times doing the same things he did back then, which is prophesying. This is 2 Esdras chapter 16 and verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? So this is the prophet Ezra prophesying about the end times. And we know this is the end times because it is the same way Yahushua described the signs before his return in Matthew 24. So if this is an end time prophecy, how would the prophet Ezra need to be delivered in those days, unless he was back here today? So Lord willing, this was edifying and straight to the point. Reincarnation is 100% biblical, and it is vital to understand in order to grasp the full narrative of the Bible, prophecy, and judgment. So I'm going to end it all by giving all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakha, Kwadash. Once again, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four corners of the earth. Shalawam.